you are, and I have known you for a long time, actually. But for those that don't know you and haven't had the privilege of meeting you yet and getting the chance to work with you, can you let them know who you are and what you do for a living?
Yes, I do marketing management
Mm-hmm.
and I concentrate on content and SEO analysis.
Oh, okay.
And yeah,
And so, can you describe a little bit more in depth about what an SEO content and marketing specialist does for our
of
viewers?
course. So when you have a business
Uh-huh.
in today's market, um, you do have to have, for example, a media presence. There are such things as, we have Google and Bing, and we have Facebook, or your media platforms out there. And that today you cannot not do marketing in those because it's essential. So we don't have newspapers like we used to. People long time ago used to like you get your newspaper and that's where your ad will go. Today's world that is obsolete, almost obsolete, and and so it's essential for every single business owner or entrepreneur to be able to know what it's needed to be posted on the media properly to cater to your customers.
Okay, and that's where you come in. You kind of,
That is where I come in.
okay.
So, for example, I can look at a website, okay, and without talking the SEO services or analysis that go with that, just by looking at the content, I can automatically know whether it needs more. Correct. So you have your basics of marketing, and you have now more than your basics, which has to do a lot with the internet and how Google crawls forms and the websites and everything else. So, you have to worry about two different things that come together, that they're married together to be able to work and better serve you to shine in a local level instead of trying to shine nationally. Now, that can also happen, but local and then national and so on and so forth.
Wow, that in itself is very. A lot of people don't realize how beneficial it can be to have all of those things in your favor. So, if someone were to reach out to you, like myself, I, I reached out to you. I knew what you
Thank
did.
you.
I knew how important it was, but a lot of people don't, and especially actors, they don't understand the importance of, you know, the value of having a good website and having your SEO and everything linked together. So, can you describe the importance of it on a more deeper level for, let's say, actors?
Okay, so for example, um, when talking about actors, one of the things that a lot of people either beginning or that they are in the journey of acting, they don't realize is that acting is just a business, you know, and it's not that you're going to magically get discovered, you know, and or agencies say, oh, I can make you famous. It just doesn't quite work that way. um, you have to market yourself to be able to act, to get those gigs that you need, right? So
Right.
you become your own business, right? And that's in the industry of acting. I constantly see they just think, okay, I'm just gonna put my pretty face out there and my talent and it's going to happen for me, or I'm going to travel to New York or Atlanta or California, and someone is going to find me just because my looks and because I might have an okay website, a DOI type of thing, and it just doesn't work that way. Realistically, you are a business. You need to, without stressing yourself, and I know as an actor, you're an artist. You don't want to think about business. However, that is what it is. That's what managers are for. That is what agencies are for. And if you don't know how to manage your business, they will take advantage of you. So for marketing, when I do a marketing for someone like you, right, I will actually think, okay, so let me see, and then one of the main things is knowing your goals, knowing who you are. So I go more into depth. I don't just do the SEO part analysis of it, okay, because anybody can do that. I mean, you can go on the website, on any SEO service, and they give you a free SEO analysis, and great, they tell you all these things that are wrong with your website, but what do you do with that, right? So, and that's something that I specialize on. I don't only specialize of analyzing what's wrong with your website supposedly, or what's good, and then kind of just make you all afraid about it. I actually go in and try to understand exactly, for example, for an actor or business for acting, what's your goal? What do you want to do? You have two different things, right? So you have Shannon Entertainment, and then you have the Bright Stars, right? Green Room, and so there are two different identities when you think about it, but they are both businesses. Correct. So we take you to the next level, right? I come in, your website look okay, nothing wrong with your website, and I told you that, right? I mean, of course, it needed more SEO, but however, before we even get to that, we have to refresh your website. So we take it to the next level, from more of DIY type of thing that you were doing to a professional level. And that's the difference, right, of having a good marketing person or firm or agency that can take you to the next level. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And I'd like to touch base on that, because Josie truly did. I went to her in full confidence. I knew how talented she was, and how precise she was in her details and her thoughts going into who she is marketing and what she is telling you to do, as not only an entertainer, but as a business owner. Because like she mentioned in the beginning, you are your own business as an actor, and I knew that was important. And I knew that it was time to level up my career and myself, but I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get there. So I made the decision to reach out and ask for her help and guidance. And that's when I hired her. And she transformed my website. She gave me key things to look for, to do. She gave me my homework. I did it. I executed it. And it went from, oh geez, like a 90s sitcom to a blockbuster hit today. Like,
I'm
in
so
today's
happy.
day and age. So when she is telling you all of this, how important it is, it is, I cannot stress enough how important it is to listen right now, because it is so valuable. And
Thank you.
I would be lost without her guidance. Truly, I kid you not. I wish we would have taken a photo of my previous website.
I know, I have the bad habit of not doing that before and after, because I concentrate so much of what the customer's goal is and what they're trying to achieve, that I'm more into what's next. And I constantly do that. I don't take before and afters. And it's really, truly a mistake, right? Like, you will think that a marketing person will know better. But I truly go deep into thinking of what that particular business needs, because it can be medical, it can be a cafe place, it can be anything. In this case, it's acting. It's you as an actor, and it's you as your company. So I really, truly go in and analyze it and go from there. And I'm just so happy that you are happy with the results so far. because we definitely been working very hard together, and I cannot thank you enough that I can say something to her and she definitely thinks about it and does it, and she really has not find me in a lot of things, and the reason for that is because I tend to be a good listener of what that person wants. So I'm not changing who you are or how to um, get more people into your website. I'm changing truly who you want to be and what your goals are, and those are like my interests. So your interests are my interests, and your goals become my goals. And having someone like you that you still do a lot of things yourself, right? It's great because then I can tell you what to do, you do it, and she does a great job. So this is a good example of how you can hire someone professionally to do one thing, but then if you still want to do your own website and you are familiar how to do it, then go ahead and do it with my guidance, really. I'm just guiding you through the process of the next level that you needed to be in to be able to shine like a true star.
That's right. And she is phenomenal, you guys. But what got you involved, like deep into marketing? Like, what was your starting point? What inspired you to market?
So this is kind of we have to go like really, really way back into. I was actually thinking about that a few weeks ago, right? And I can pinpoint it to one incident. It was that the first time I realized that there was a marketing. We all grow up, especially if you are back in time with TV time and not social media and TikTok, and you don't have an iPhone yet because those were not invented just quite yet. There were TVs and there were movies and there were commercials. So I always thought it was interesting how they can almost fool you to want something that you didn't even know you needed, right? So that I was probably about 12 years old when I realized that that's what they were doing, right? It kind of pans out of like, oh my God, I didn't know that I needed XYZ thing, right? Or I didn't know that I could do this to get this. And so that was like the first time. And then by the age of 13, I really started loving the analysis of how to help people, right? Because my mom had a business and it was a family business. So, family businesses, they tend to help each other. So I remember doing transactions and helping her do even, the register. I know I was only 13, but it really, it just surprised me how you can actually market and sometimes even upsell things just by being able to connect to people. But the idea that I learned is that you don't sell anything that they don't need, right? Because you don't want that. Like, it's an awful feeling. I think I learned that by the age of 14, that you don't sell things that people don't need, and you don't try to sell them things that you know that they don't need, right? Maybe they don't know that they don't need, and did you sell it? Yeah, that's great. But staying truthful to not only the business but the customers that go to that business, I think is very essential. And I learned that since I was 14, 13 years old. Wow. Like, and to me that was very essential and very important. So that's how I really like marketing since then.
That story.
Thank you.
That's really cool. Like, things just stick with you.
Yeah, they stick with you, and then you grow up and you might do something else, but when you truly love something, you go back to it.
Yeah, you get pulled.
You get pulled back,
right, and like that. So let me ask you. I mean, I know you know me for a long time. Like
yes.
I said before, we go way back, you guys.
I know her since high school, when she was in high school.
But other than that, like, what what was your motivation to say, yes, I want to be a part of the Bright Stars Green Room and I want to help you take it to the next level and just take this to the world?
Well, it was partially because I do know you. And I realized, being quite a little bit older than you are, I realized that what you were taking on was a big production, because that's what it is. This is not just a sales point, you guys. This is a production that it will grow, and it really is something that is needed in the industry, and that attracts me quite a lot. And she has the passion for it as well, and that is very attractive to me, that when people have that passion and they have something unique. And so, and I also know how big it really is and how much things go with it, right? um, it was just, how can I not? It's kind of like a challenge, right? And then I'm in the point of my life, right? My kid is grown up, and then it's like, okay, I done the family thing, and I still have the itch of doing the marketing, right? So, before then, I went to the University of Miami to finish my marketing degree, so on and so forth, and to update myself as like an upgrade, right? Like you do marketing from before it was an iPhone, and then after an iPhone, but we didn't have 100 apps in the iPhone anymore, or your Android, and now we do, right? So I need an upgrade. So that's just to show you that everybody needs an upgrade on something. And I'm a good example of that. So, it just took me to also the next level, because that's what I wanted to do.
Well, I can't, I know I've told you this so many times before, but I truly can't thank you enough for being a part of this journey with me and just being there every step of the way to make sure that I can give all of the talented actors out there who dream of pursuing an acting career but don't know where to go, and just it means so much to me having you by my side, and I truly don't know what I would do without you. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you also for trusting me in something so big for you. And maybe if I didn't know you the way I do, being such a big thing, I might have like thought about it a little bit more. But knowing that you're a great listener and you are an action person, I knew that I could not be wrong about this. And then this is going to be what we need in the industry for acting. And so, for people out there that you're younger than us, she's going to teach you all the things that you need to know, so you don't have to go 5 years, 6 years, and 6 years later you have all the package together. Why not do it all at once instead of many, right?
That's it.
So yeah.